Hey guys, welcome back to Ezike TV. I hope you are doing great. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. And if today is your first time here, Happy New Year. You are welcome to this channel. Well, I would like to, sometime in 2020, the governor of Cross River State, Professor Ben Ayade, made headlines when he wept over extreme poverty in Cross River State. We saw it on TV. He granted low-income earners tax exemption. Some people said it was all a show. And some said, politicians with their dramas and all that. But whether it was a show or not, he granted them tax exemption. Let me refresh your memory with that. Just see the clip.
The category of those to pay tax or not. So your vehicles, your public life, your telephone numbers will be in the public. I never knew that 5 years into office as governor, I would still find somebody who could live in a tax house in Cross River State. I almost cried because I knew how prepared I was, but it didn't end the way I had dreamt for the state. And I just think that somewhere God will just help me, because I really wish I could really help. I really wish I could help. It's very painful, truly. I can't put 5 years and I've not been able to do the change I wished. I know of some small people whose businesses are closed because even after signing into law that they should stop collecting tax, I still find people giving political appointment for a completely different thing. And you see them go back to these same people and dragging them and seizing and closing their shops and taxing. If we have to pay tax, let me contact the anti-tax agency. They will give us a tax code whether we fall under the category of those to pay tax or not. So your vehicles, your public life, your telephone numbers will be in the public domain.
Oh, the governor was actually weeping. Excuse me if I hear. Oh my God. Well, that was why I was actually astonished. Honestly, when I saw this magistrate, Safia Iye Ashipu of the Chief Magistrate Court, Udukbani, and her 2 children protesting in front of the Cross River State Governor's office over non-payment of 2 years' salary. 2 years, not 1 month, not 1 day. Can you imagine? With the inscriptions such as, "Our Excellency, I am a single mother of 2. I have not been paid for 2 years. Please pay me my 2 years' salary." Your Excellency, my governor, you have the power to help and change our lives for the better. Please pay our mother, and Your Excellency, my governor, please help me to complete my treatment, and please pay my mother her 2 years' salary. So you could see why I was actually shocked when I saw this woman with her children protesting. It's so sad how we subject our professionals to indignities such as this. A laborer is worthy of his wage or her wage. The Bible said in Proverbs 3:27, "Withhold not good from them to whom it is due, when it is in thy power to do it." Why do we suffer our people like this? When somebody renders a service, the person should earn a pay. That is how it is done. For this woman to do this in 2 years, how has she coped? With 2 children? Don't they go to school? What about the rent, feeding, clothing, and all that? How has she coped? How has she managed? I've been wondering, if somebody doesn't pay me for a month, what will I do? Oh my God, it's not funny. At all, it is not. Why do things like this happen? I said it the other time that until you protest or you carry placard in this nation, nobody will look your way. Look at ASU. Look at the Nigerian Medical Association. Everybody protests. Everybody goes on strike. That is the problem. If you do not strike, nothing will come to you. It's not that the money is not there. No, you have to do something weird before they will look your way. They will not start negotiating. If this woman had worked, why wasn't she paid? Why withhold her pay? If she's not your worker, what is she doing in the court? Look at somebody that's supposed to dispense justice. What kind of justice will she dispense? Now, if you give her money, what will she do? She will give the justice to the highest bidder, obviously. It is seriously unfair. It is bad. We shouldn't allow things like this to happen in our society. And this governor, each time you see him on television, okay, he talks with so much passion. Anything he's doing, in his state, his explanation, whatever he's doing, he talks with so much passion that the passion is even contagious. You want to be there. You will like, these people I enjoy, But so, what is wrong here? This woman did this thing yesterday. Her protest was yesterday, Monday. Today, Tuesday, according to News Agency of Nigeria, a magistrate collapsed at the gate of the governor's office, Magistrate Richard Bassi, during a protest over the unpaid salary. The News Agency of Nigeria reports that 30 magistrates dressed in their full regalia embarked on a peaceful protest on Monday. But this one collapsed. This is the second day of the protest. Nan also reports that Bassi was revived when his colleagues poured water on him and took him to a nearby hospital. Speaking to newsmen after the incident, the chief magistrate of Cross River, Solomon Abua, decried what he described as ill treatment meted to them by the state government. And I quote, "We will continue to protest until we are paid. This is very embarrassing. In 2020, one of the magistrates was arraigned before a fellow magistrate over his inability to pay rent. Most of us can't pay our house rents and are squatting with colleagues. Is it wrong for one to serve the state as a judicial officer? Are we supposed to go through this kind of humiliation?" he asked.
My colleagues and I are here to protest the non-payment of our salaries for 24 months and counting by the Cross River State government. The process of our employment started in 2018 when there was a public notice advertising vacancies in the Cross River State judiciary, specifically the magistracy. We bought application forms for 18,000 naira, applied, and after we bought the application forms, we applied, we were screened, interviewed, and those of us who were successful were sworn in on the 3rd of February 2018 and 2019 rather, and were issued appointment letters by Cross River State Judicial Service Commission. After that, we underwent a 3 months training by the Cross River State Judiciary, during which time we were attached to court, manned by other magistrates, and we got practical experience. From there, we went to the National Judicial Institute, sponsored by the Cross River State Judiciary, where we underwent a compulsory 1-week orientation course. And the current Chief Justice of Nigeria was there in that workshop. He declared it opened. At the end of the workshop in Abuja, we were all issued certificate of participation. It was after that point that we were posted to different courts within the length and breadth of Cross River State. As we speak, we are all sitting magistrates manning different courts in the state, dispensing justice for the peace and tranquility of our state, Cross River State. Now, we kept on waiting for the state government to pay us our salary. And I know some person will be asking, why has it dragged on to this point? Why are we protesting now? We decided not to protest all this while, in order to give peace a chance by dialoguing with the government. Dialogue has failed. We have written to the executive arm of government, through the secretary to the state government, the attorney general of the state. We have written to the legislative arm of government, we wrote to the Speaker of the House of Cross River State House of Assembly. We wrote to the Deputy Speaker of the Cross River State House of Assembly, even the leader of the Cross River State House of Assembly. We've met one-on-one with the Speaker of the Cross River State House of Assembly on this matter. We've met one-on-one with all the acting chief judges of Cross River State Judiciary. We've written to the Judicial Service Commission of Cross River State on this issue. Up till now, no salaries. Our children are driven away from school because we cannot pay their school fees. We beg to feed. That is why we are here. This protest is a last resort.
So sad. You heard the chief magistrate. They advertised. The state government advertised for the positions. They bought the forms, applied and did everything. They were employed, sent for training. They returned. They were sent to different courts. They did not send themselves. They were not the ones that put up the advertisement. So why are they treating them like this? The governor is even saying that he's not aware, he's not the one that said they are not interested. What is going on? People are suffering. These are men and women that have families. They have children. They have needs. They have wants. They are human beings. Don't they fall sick? How do they take care of themselves? This is not right at all. If you do not need them, why did you advertise? Why did you call for people to come? You send them, you heard what the man said. Please, the state government should do the right thing. You employ them, pay them. Even if you do not need their services any longer, for the period they worked, you ought to pay them. You should not allow people to work and go away empty-handed. It is not proper. It is not right. It's unethical. We shouldn't allow things like this in our society. It is not proper. For how long are we going to continue like this? People are hungry. People that are receiving salaries, how have they fed? Not to talk of someone that has been working without being paid. What I'm asking is, how have they fed these 2 years? How? I don't know how people cope without money. If I'm not working and I'm not expecting any salary, it's okay. But not when I put in my effort, go through thick and thin to be at work, to do what I'm supposed to do, and I am denied my pay. It is not good. The government should do the right thing, please. The acting chief judge of the state, Justice Eyo Effiong Eta, told NAN that he was aware that the magistrates had not been paid for a long time. So, if they had not been paid for a long time, what effort had the state made to ensure that these people get their pay? They have given you their services. They have offered their services. Why are you withholding their pay? But the acting chief judge said, and I quote, "The governor said he did not give clearance for their appointment, so he will not pay them. Until the governor changes his disposition, there is nothing anyone can do," he concluded. Can you imagine? If he did not give clearance for their appointment, what are they doing in the courts? Who opened the doors for them? How does this work? You did not give clearance. Yes, each day they go to work. Each day the people from the prisons, they bring them to courts and they dispense justice, they do this, they do that, and yet you're telling us that no clearance for their appointments. So who are these people working for? Who are these magistrates working for? Is that how they do it? You just wake up wake up in the morning, put on your robes, go to the court, sit down to talk, to quote all those they quote subsection this, section that, and after that they go home. Nothing for them. Wow. The right thing should be done. I'm sure they have spent so much coming to work every day. If you have not appointed them, let them know you have not appointed them. But I'm sure they will still have to be paid off. Pay them because they need it. They could do with some money. The man that collapsed, obviously he's sick. I think he should take care of his health. So many things can be done. And they can settle this thing amicably without people protesting, carrying placards. The world is watching. We do not need these distractions now. Well, that's all I have to say here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, kindly give it a like. And if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please remember to do so. Subscription is absolutely free. Just click the red button. And while you are there, enable the notification bell so you get more of the content I push out there. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Bye. I'll see you. in the next video.